Fellas, in this video, I need you guys to understand one thing, or 5 things, actually. 5 F's that you should have already thought about. Some of you are in relationships, some of you are dating, some of you are searching for relationships, and you don't have these 5 F's as standard things to look for in a relationship. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about why these 5 F's are very important. So let's go ahead and get into it. First thing is faith. You need someone that's going to be equally yoked with you, someone that's constantly going to be able to go to church with you, have the same beliefs in you, have the same beliefs as you, and be able to be in a position where you guys can be able to raise a family together with the same beliefs. Number 2, and these won't be in specific order besides number 1, faith is the top thing in any relationship. But number 2, family. How are they with their family? What type of relationships do they have with their parents? What type of relationships do they have with their sisters or their siblings? If they don't want to be around their family, then why is that? Because that could be a red flag down the road whenever you guys want to do family get-togethers, whenever you guys want to do different holidays or whatever the case is that you guys want to do. And it's like, oh, I don't want to invite my family, but we can invite yours. And then that could cause, havoc and a whole problem. Plus, whenever you guys are looking at having a family, does she even want a family? How many kids does she want? What type of lifestyle does she want for the family? What does the future look like when it comes to all of that? Number 3 is going to be finances. How do they operate with their money? Are they putting themselves in a winning position to actually be able to make the money that they need to, or are they just kind of, spending it and having shopping sprees and doing stuff with it that doesn't really matter? Because if you have someone that's in your life that's saying, look, I need to be able to invest so that my family can live this certain way. I want to be able to get into these certain stocks. I want to make sure I put up a good savings. I want to put some money into the Roth IRA. I want to make sure that I have money set aside, goodness, can't even talk, for the future. So I'm not just sitting here being like, oh, I'm young and dumb, so I'm just spending all the money that I have. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, fitness. Fitness is so important because whenever it comes down to the fitness side, you need to make sure you're working on your body, maintaining your body, eating the right things. You can't be being with somebody that's like, oh, let's go out to eat every single night. Or whenever you guys are living together, I don't feel like cooking anything, so let's just order in. Let's just sit on the couch and not really do anything. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't feel active whenever they want to be better. They don't actually want to work on themselves overall and how they look. Because if you're a person that wants to be fit, you're likely going to want to be with someone that wants to actually work on themselves consistently as well. And if you're okay with being mediocre and sitting on the couch and doing nothing, then that's okay too, but you have to find someone that's all right with being in that position. I personally don't like that. I need someone that's going to be a go-getter, wants to go to the gym, wants to work on themselves consistently, not just whenever they feel like it. So fitness is very important, especially for the relationship that you have with yourself and what you're trying to build and everything that kind of correlates in the lifestyle that you guys want to build. And lastly, you guys want to make sure you're having fun together. Get someone that you feel like you can kind of be childish with or kid-like with, so you can keep the relationship feeling youthful. You guys can go do stuff and it feels fun to do together. You guys can go on dates and explore and check out new adventures and things for y'all to do consistently so it can keep the relationship fun. Because if you don't keep the relationship fun and you're actually putting yourself in a position where, they're finding fun somewhere else, they're going to likely leave you and go where the fun is at. You want to make sure that you're working on all these 5 different categories because you're going to be able to maximize in the relationship. Of course, there's small different details like responsibilities and how well you carry and manage in a relationship, the emotional side, all these different things. But when you have these 5 things to actually be able to stand on and be like, I look for these 5 F's. Whenever I'm on a date or if I'm ever talking to a female and they're like, what do you look for in a woman? I'm looking for these 5 F's. I'm looking for faith, I'm looking for fitness, I'm looking for family, I'm looking for fun, and I'm looking to see how good you are with your finance. And then if they look past all of that, I look for this bonus tip, which I'm about to tell you guys. I look for, how do you think futuristically? Now, technically, all of these 5 categories are, how do you think in the future, besides probably fun. Fun is probably in the moment. But when you're thinking about family, that's in the future. What does it look like if we have a family? Whenever you look about faith, how are we going to do things whenever we get in a relationship? Whenever you think about finances, how are we going to manage finances together? Whenever you think about fitness, like in the future, or what, maybe even right now, what are you doing to work on your fitness and work on your body? But when you think about the future, fully in the future, you're like, man, okay, so is this someone that I can see actually managing life with? Like, is this someone I can actually do life with? Like, realistically, how are they on a personal level? It's more than just, you know, how you appear to be, how pretty you look. It's like, okay, well, you have these qualities right now, you have the 5 Fs, that's cool, but what do you think about in the future? What do you think about for the things that are unknown? You know what I'm saying? How well is your mentality? Goodness, I can't even speak. How well is your mentality when you think about how life is going to keep going, and how well, you know, like the unknown, you know what I'm saying? Those are the 6 things that I technically look for whenever I'm about to go on a date, or if I'm looking for someone in a relationship. For a woman, if you're looking for that in a man, that's exactly what you should be looking for, is those 6 things. And of course, man, for the female, because you guys need to understand, getting into a relationship isn't always about how pretty or how attractive they look. You need to understand that in the mentality, the way that they think about the future and how they correlate these other 5 topics, where are we actually going to get to in our relationship? What is the goal that we have that we're aiming for in this relationship? Or else it won't really last that long. And remember, you always want to keep faith first and keep God in the center of the relationship, because if you don't, eventually you're basing your relationship off of love or lust or finances or how much you care about one another, and it's going to fail because God is not in the mix. So that being said, y'all, that's really all I got. Hopefully y'all love this video. Like this video, share this video with someone that needs to know it, because there's somebody in a relationship that's basing it off of something that's not faith and these 5 or 6 Fs that they need to be thinking about in the future. That being said though, comment what you guys think about the video, share this video like I said, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm gone.